Hello everyone, so it is almost the end of June, so that means we are ready to pick up our TBR for the month of July, and I think 3 books worked okay for me. So we're going to pick 3 prompts and we are going to go to the library and get some books based on those prompts. So this one is the first one. I think that's on focus. It says a book with 15 letters on the title, so long, relatively long title. We'll see what we can find for that. I think it should be okay. There should be some long sentence books. Here's the second one. Whoop. I don't know if you can read that. It says a book set in a different continent. Should be easy. That's no problem at all. Book that is not from Europe is not a problem. And then our last prompt that says a book with trees on the cover. That might be trickier than it sounds, but I think it's still a fun prompt, and hopefully I can pick up something nature related because it's summer and we're probably going to spend a lot of time in nature. So let's go to the library and see what I can find. Hello everyone, so I'm back and I'm sorry if I'm very shiny. It's really hot outside. It's only like 11 AM and it's more than 30, so it's going to be a really hot day, but I got the goods, so let's talk about it. So the first prompt was a book with 15 letters on the title, and for that I got The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. I have read some short stories from Ken Liu before and I like them, but short stories don't normally work for me, and this I believe is his first novel. It's quite chunky. It is 618 pages, but I'm excited to dive into it. The next prompt was a book set in a different country, and this one might be a little bit of a cheat, but I chose My Friends by Hisham Matar, and the reason this is a bit of a cheat is because I believe the main protagonist is from Libya, or no, from Lebanon. He lives in London, but then something happens in Libya and that makes a reaction. So I think the big part of the story is in London, which is the same continent as I am, but it is fairly international. There is a lot of other continents involved in the story, so I am gonna take it. A bit of a cheat for that one, but I mean the other ones are not from Europe, so it's okay, I think. And then for a book with trees in the cover, I went for The Hard Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel. I have read Station 11 by her and liked that one, and I have read Last Night in Montreal, which was okay, but it was her first novel, and a lot of people say that this one is good, so I'm going to give it a chance. And then I have 2 more books in my TBR for other things. So the first one is H is for Hawk by Helen McDonald, which I chose as my book for the Read Good Challenge for July. I have been wanting to read this probably since it came out, which was 2014, so 12 years ago. And yeah, I'm excited to finally be reading it. And the other one that I want to read in July is Helm by Sarah Hall. I bought this a couple of weeks ago and I want to read it, so I hope I have time in July. So this is my TBR for July. Some hefty books, but I think it's still doable, and I'll let you know in my wrap-up how I like them.